Hey there, fellow green thumbs. Imagine biting into a juicy, homegrown tomato that's bigger than your fist, bursting with flavor that puts store-bought ones to shame. But here's the nightmare. You've planted tomatoes before, only to end up with puny fruits, wilted leaves, and zero harvest. Sound familiar? Well, what if I told you that with just 8 natural hacks, you can supercharge your tomato plants for endless bumper crops, even if you're a total beginner or gardening in a tiny urban balcony? Today, we're unlocking the secrets to grow giant tomatoes fast. No chemicals, no fancy gear, just nature's best tricks. Stick around till the end for my exclusive bonus tip that could double your yield overnight. Let's dive in and turn your garden dreams into reality. After years of tending gardens, from sprawling backyards to cozy apartment pots, I've learned that growing giant tomatoes isn't about luck. It's about smart, natural strategies that anyone can master. Whether you're a senior looking for low-maintenance joy or a beginner dipping your toes into easy gardening tips, these hacks deliver thriving plants and massive harvests. Think about the benefits. Saving big on grocery bills? Those organic tomatoes can cost $5 to $10 per pound at the store, but you'll harvest pounds for pennies. Health-wise, homegrown giants pack more vitamins A and C, boosting your immune system without pesticides. For urban gardeners, these methods work indoors or out, in limited space, turning patios into productive paradises. Plus, it's therapeutic, reducing stress while providing fresh, flavorful food. No more regretting sad seedlings. These natural hacks for thriving plants ensure bumper crops season after season. Ready to transform your tomato game? First up, Hack 1. Supercharge your soil with compost magic. Let's kick things off with the foundation of all great gardens, the soil. Compost isn't just dirt. It's a living powerhouse that turns average earth into tomato heaven. Historically, farmers have used decomposed organic matter for centuries to enrich fields, and science backs it. Compost improves soil structure, retains moisture, and feeds beneficial microbes that help plants absorb nutrients. The benefits are huge. Expect tomatoes 2 to 3 times larger than without it, with richer flavor and fewer diseases. No risks if done right. It's all natural, avoiding chemical burns. Compared to store-bought fertilizers at $20 a bag, homemade compost costs nothing and yields up to 50 pounds of tomatoes per plant. For planting, mix 1 part compost with 2 parts garden soil. And USDA zones 5 to 11 start seeds indoors 6 weeks before the last frost, then transplant seedlings 12 inches deep. Bury the stem for stronger roots with 18 to 24 inches spacing. Water deeply once a week, keeping soil moist but not soggy. Recommend varieties like beefsteak for giants or cherry for beginners. They're forgiving and prolific. Pro tip: seasoned gardeners know to add crushed eggshells to compost for calcium, preventing blossom end rot. Layer kitchen scraps like banana peels for potassium boost. In urban settings, use a small bin on your balcony. This hack alone can turn weak plants into thriving beasts. On screen now, see the before and after difference. Next, Hack 2. Prune like a pro for explosive growth. Pruning might sound scary, but it's a game changer for giant tomatoes. By removing suckers, those sneaky side shoots between the main stem and leaves, you direct energy to fruit production instead of foliage. This technique dates back to ancient cultivators, who noticed pruned vines yielded bigger bounties, and studies show it increases fruit size by 30%. Benefits include bumper crops, up to 100 tomatoes per plant, and better air circulation to fend off fungal nightmares like blight. Risks? Over-prune and you stress the plant, but stick to basics and it's safe. Save on costs. No need for pricey supports when plants stay compact. Plant in well-drained soil, zones 5 to 11, with stakes for support. Space 2 feet apart. Care: water at the base to avoid wet leaves every 5 to 7 days. Varieties like Big Boy thrive with pruning. Start when plants hit 12 inches tall. Insider trick: Use clean shears dipped in alcohol to prevent disease spread. For seniors, prune sitting down with extendable tools. In limited space, train vines up trellises. You'll regret skipping this. Watch as your tomatoes balloon. Hack 3. Companion planting, nature's bodyguards. Ever wondered why some gardens buzz with life while others flop? Companion planting pairs tomatoes with friends like basil or marigolds to repel pests and boost growth. This age-old method, rooted in Native American Three Sisters farming, uses plants' natural chemicals like marigold's nematode-killing compounds for mutual thriving. Perks: natural pest control means no toxic sprays, yielding healthier giant fruits. Dual benefits: edible basil for pesto, ornamental marigolds for beauty. Risks are minimal. Just avoid bad companions like potatoes that share diseases. Cost savings: skip $15 insecticides for free plant power. In zones 5 to 11, plant tomato seeds 1/4 inch deep, companions nearby. Space tomatoes 2 feet, basil 1 foot. Water moderately. Companions shade soil to retain moisture. Recommend Roma tomatoes with nasturtiums. They deter aphids and add peppery leaves to salads. Pro secret: interplant carrots to loosen soil for deeper tomato roots. For urban beginners, pots work wonders. 1 tomato, 2 companions per container. This hack supercharges your garden ecosystem. Hack 4. Mulch mastery for moisture and weed control. Mulching is like tucking your tomatoes in with a cozy blanket. Using organic materials like straw or leaves covers soil, locking in water and smothering weeds. Science proves it. Mulch reduces evaporation by 50%, keeping roots cool in hot zones. Benefits: thriving plants with giant, crack-free fruits. Less watering saves time for seniors. No invasiveness, but use untreated mulch to avoid chemicals. Versus store mulch at $10 per bag, use free yard waste for endless harvests. Plant in enriched soil, zones 5 to 11, applying 2 to 3 inches of mulch after seedlings emerge. Space 18 inches. Care: water deeply weekly. Mulch prevents splashback diseases. Heirloom varieties like Brandywine love this for bumper crops. Trick: add grass clippings for nitrogen release. In apartments, mulch houseplants too. Your tomatoes will thank you with massive yields. If these natural hacks are firing up your gardening passion, hit that like button and subscribe for more easy gardening tips. Share in the comments if you've tried mulching. Let's grow together. Hack 5. Natural fertilizers. Banana peel power. Feed your tomatoes with kitchen scraps? Absolutely. Banana peels, rich in potassium, act as a natural fertilizer for fruit development. Historically, gardeners buried peels to mimic forest nutrient cycles, and tests show they increase yield by 25%. Advantages: giant, sweet tomatoes without synthetic risks like runoff pollution. Health boost: more antioxidants in your harvest. Cost: $0 versus $20 fertilizers. In zones 5 to 11, bury chopped peels around planted seeds, 1/4 inch deep, 2-foot spacing. Water to decompose. Cherry tomatoes excel here. Harvest in 60 days. Insider: brew peel tea for liquid feed. Beginners start small. Seniors, no heavy digging needed. This hack turns waste into wonder. Hack 6. Optimal sunlight and shade balance. Tomatoes crave sun, but too much scorches. Aim for 6 to 8 hours daily using shade cloth for protection. Research from Extension Services confirms balanced light prevents sun scald, promoting even giant growth. Benefits: bumper crops, no energy waste on stress. Risks: shade too much and fruits stay small. Free compared to grow lights at $50. Plant in sunny spots, zones 5 to 11, with row covers for extremes. Water mornings, beefsteak varieties need this for thriving plants. Pro tip: rotate pots for even exposure in urban spaces. You'll see the difference. Lush vines, huge tomatoes. Hack 7. Pest control with neem oil spray. Pests can turn your tomato dream into a nightmare, but neem oil, derived from the neem tree, is a natural repellent that's been used in India for over 2,000 years. It disrupts insect life cycles without harming beneficial bugs, backed by studies showing 80% pest reduction. Benefits: healthy, thriving plants yielding giant fruits, safe for edibles unlike chemical sprays costing $25. Risks: mild leaf burn if over-applied, but dilute properly. Dual use, ornamental and protective. For zones 5 to 11, mix 1 teaspoon neem with water and soap. Spray weekly. Plant seeds half-inch deep, space 3 feet for airflow. Care: water evenings, sun gold varieties resist pests best. Trick: combine with garlic for extra punch. Beginners, test on 1 leaf. Seniors, use pump sprayers. In small spaces, protect balcony pots effortlessly. This hack ensures bumper crops without the regret.
Hack 8. Harvest timing for peak perfection. Timing your harvest is the secret to endless giant tomatoes. Pick when fully colored but firm. Ethylene gas from ripe fruits speeds others. Gardeners have timed this for generations, with science noting peak nutrition at vine ripening stage. Perks: sweeter, larger yields extended over months. Avoid store prices spiking to $8 per pound. No toxicity, but delay too long and fruits split. In zones 5 to 11, check daily after 60 to 80 days from planting. Space for easy access. Water consistently. Determinate varieties like Celebrity for concentrated harvests. Pro: store stems up to ripen indoors. Urban tip: windowsills work. You'll supercharge your supply. We've unlocked 8 natural hacks to grow giant tomatoes fast, from soil magic to harvest savvy. Remember that opening nightmare? No more. These easy gardening tips for beginners and seniors ensure thriving plants and bumper crops in any space. Bonus secret: pollinate flowers gently with a brush for 20% more fruits. A game changer. Get out there and grow. Happy gardening! If you loved this, like, subscribe, and comment your tomato triumphs below. What's your favorite hack?